just gotta open my Discord server real quick. Just gonna wait for a few people to join in real quick before I start talking. Yeah, no, not really the best of news, but I'm going to explain why I'm leaving Undertale fandom and why I don't really not really into Undertale anymore. So let's start, shall we? Um, I have no script set up for this video. I did plan out a little bit of this stream, but I'm gonna be switching back and forth between topics. So just just know that I'll be jumping back and forth. So yeah. Another thing, for the people I mentioned in this video, if you know who I'm talking about specifically, please don't go attack them or anything. I don't want people to attack them because either they don't deserve to be attacked or they're just not worth mentioning, not worth the trouble. Like really, I don't see the point in canceling them or attacking them in any way. So yeah, let's get started with this. Let's just get started with this. I'm just I'm rambling on. So there are like three main reasons why I'm leaving the Undertale fandom. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why I'm leaving the Undertale fandom, but there are three main reasons. Number one, um, my my really rough past, I guess you could say. I don't mean to say like me being a dickhead or anything. I'm just saying that my history with the Undertale fandom has been kind of shaky. Like back in 2018, you guys probably heard about this. I mean, you most definitely heard about this. Probably a big thing in the fandom. Back when I first left the internet for the first time, I I exposed like this guy. I'm not gonna mention his name because I don't feel like he's worth mentioning. His name, no, not his name. His he groomed me basically. He groomed me basically, and I exposed him in a DeviantArt devlog, which sadly is no longer up. So yeah, if you don't believe me, you can ask a few people that I used to know. You can ask them that it was true that the DeviantArt journal was a real thing and that it did exist at one point, but my DeviantArt is long gone at this point, so it's all downhill from here, I guess. But yeah, that's one reason why I'm leaving the Undertale fandom. Just because I just have such a rough history with it. Not in terms of not in terms of me, in terms of my personality or my actions. Just in terms of how I've dealt with people in the fandom. It's just really messy. It's not horrible, but it's messy. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I do. Yeah, I do agree. But the second reason, going on to the second reason, Rice, you may have made a good point there. I am so tired of dealing with stupid people in this fandom. Even the people that have left the fandom, like I'm not gonna say who, but I'm just gonna describe them right here, right now. If you know who I'm talking about, um, don't go attacking them. I mean, you probably can't even find them in the first place. They kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So yeah, this person used to be one of my best friends, and They really did. I really connected them as a with them as a friend, and I really respected them back in 2018, 2019. Like they even stood up for me against my groomer, telling them to basically f off, and that they should leave the internet and leave minors like me alone. So yeah, uh, it's just sad how this person turned out, man. Like if you know who I'm talking about, then you probably know that they're a pretty controversial NSW artists on the internet, and back when they were 16, yes, they are 16. And they're 16 NSW artists. Now you're probably saying, Team G, you draw lewd stuff as well. Why would you say that? Well, there's a small difference between there's a thin line between safe for work and not safe for work. I I am sort of nudging that line, but I'm sort of on the safe for work side than the not safe for work. More on the safe for work side than the not safe for work side, because I don't actually draw straight up porn. I don't do that. I really don't do that. So if you but if you don't agree with me and say my stuff straight up porn, then that's just your opinion. I don't really I don't really care, to be honest. But if you do think it's a problem with me, then I'll be glad to hear it. I'll be completely glad to hear it. Well, yeah, true, but true, yeah. But yeah, this person, if you know who I'm talking about, like again, if you know who I'm talking about, they became an NSW artist at 16 years old. Now being nowadays they are 17 years old, but that doesn't excuse the fact that they are still 16 and they're an NSW artist. Like, not gonna mention their names again because I don't feel like that's worth it. Honestly, like I don't feel like they should have any attention put on them or be canceled in general, because I don't think it's worth it, honestly. And I had a very rough conversation with them. Like I think last year, yeah, last year it was last year. I had a very rough conversation, big massive quotes there, because it wasn't really a conversation. It was more of him just basically hammering me down and saying that I'm worthless, I'm a piece of shit, I'm not a good friend. Basically, yeah, it is really strange. And and I still remember this direct quote from them. This one quote that always rings in my head whenever I think about them. It is the most backwards thinking pattern I've ever seen a person have. And I'm gonna lay it out here right now. I basically said to them that not everyone gets their way, and not everyone gets to draw what they want to draw. That's just how life is. But guess what this particular person said? Everyone will get their way, and I quote, everyone will get their way if they enjoy what they are doing. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's complete BS in my opinion. Like, that's not even how life works. Like, and it saddens me to the core, because I used to look up to them. I used to be a great good friends with them. I used to have I just I it just saddens me that someone could go from to one of the best people, most well respected people in the fandom, to the lowest common denominator, in my opinion. He is the lowest common denominator nowadays. He's not even the fandom anymore, but honestly, he's honestly one of the worst people I've ever met, just because of how he just shifted his entire life. He just, it riles me up. It really riles me up. And another point I want to make is I did go on a little rant to some people I knew about this person, and just basically shoved my personal life onto them. Like, if you know like the people who are watching this live stream right now, if you know who I'm talking about, yeah, yeah, I hear you, I hear you. But yeah, I these particular people that I kind of ranted about this NSW art this young NSW artist, they have basically stopped talking to me altogether. They disown me. They just honestly, they just don't want to talk to me. And I completely understand why, because I was being an absolute spaz head, and just constantly treating them like they're my therapist when they're really not. They're friends. They're friends. Not real. They're not therapists. Not saviors. They're friends. And honestly, why would I put my personal information to people? Put my personal information to people on the internet? Like that's so dumb. And I did it. I don't. Like my 13 to 14-year-old self is not the person I am today. Like my 13 to 14-year-old self can go f off for all I care. Like I hate my 13 to 14-year-old self. I absolutely despise it. This is some of the worst times. One of the worst. Some that my 13 to 14-year-old life includes some of my worst times. Includes some of the worst times I've ever felt in my entire life. Like the whole grooming drama with me, and the whole grooming drama with me, leaving me on the internet multiple times over and over and over again, and just generally being not fun. It was really not fun. So yeah, if any of those people that I hurt during my little rant and raving and going ham on them and going ham on every one thing, to those people watching this video, I'm being serious. I'm being for real here. I am deeply sorry for what I did. You probably don't. Probably don't want to talk to me anymore, but that's completely fine in my eyes. That is completely fine. Yeah, bullshit happens every time. Yeah, I understand that. And but it's completely fine if you don't want to forgive me. I totally get that. But I would really like it if we could be friends again. I would really like that. But can't get, like I said earlier, we can't all get what we want. So yeah. I think the reason I'm making this live stream right now is because I want to treat handling controversy and basically how to handle a person's identity and not expose them respectively. I handle that respectively, because if anyone's heard of the recent Scott Cawthon controversy that's going around lately, that's basically my inspiration for this. Like, I wanted to make this video because the recent Scott Cawthon controversy, him retiring from Finance at Freddy's, it really brought out some deep emotions in me. Like, people are so idiotic. And I understand we're human beings. We are bound to make mistakes and be evil at some points. But we can also have good hearts. Like, why can't we just have good hearts? I don't know. Maybe it's because we're imperfect beings to begin with, but yeah, the recent Scott controversy really made me think about my last few years of my life. Last 2 to 3 years of my life, because it's sad, really. The Scott controversy is sad. I don't really need to say anything else. You can go look at other people's videos and see what they have to say. I'm not really in that place to talk about it, because I'm not in the FNAF fandom. Maybe, but I don't really. I don't know. I guess Flash animation just isn't my thing. But yeah. What did I want to say again? Oh yeah, another point I wanted to make. I'm just simply tired of Undertale. not drawing the characters. I'm not drawing. I'm not drawing Sans, Papyrus, any of those characters. I'm just done with Undertale. I'm not interacting with the fandom. I mean, I'm interacting with some people in the fandom, but overall, I'm not interacting with people at all in the fandom. So, I think that was the final nail on the head that really made me say, "Damn, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I need to move on." Because let's be real here. I'm almost eight, I'm almost gonna be an adult in like 2 years, and I really do feel like that Undertale's just gonna hold me back in the lot of areas. So that's why I'm leaving Undertale behind. And Undertale will always have a near dear place in my heart as being one of my favorite games of all time. Probably even my favorite, but I just can't get into it anymore right now. Maybe I will in the future. Who knows? But hey, I'm saying a lot in this video, aren't I? I'm saying a lot in this live stream, aren't I? But hey, uh, I just I just really need some time away from this fandom. I really do. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. And to the people that still support me, even after I left this horrendous community, I respect you a whole lot. I really do. Team switched, and a few other team switched, and a few other people in the fandom like Sosk, Chasm, call me Green if you want. If I'm allowed to say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because I not gonna lie. Well, never mind. Anyways, yeah, I really do respect the people that still support me even after I left this community. So yeah, I'm having fun in what I'm doing right now. I'm making games. I'm getting into game dev. I'm getting the Mega Man again. I'm getting the Power Rangers again, which I haven't been in since for absolute eons. Spider-Man, Marvel, superheroes. I'm getting into all of that. Comic making. I'm getting into all of that. And Undertale just lacks the creativity I need to do that stuff. So thanks, Spider Rat. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you later. Okay. Have a good one.